They tased an old veteran on his own porch while he was holding the leash of his service dog. 6 minutes later, the National Guard surrounded the neighborhood. The street had never seen anything like it. What began as a morning dog walk became a national scandal, and a lesson about who we choose to protect and who we forget. John McKinley was 68, a retired Army Master Sergeant with 3 tours overseas. He lived a quiet life in a small home in Missouri. His most loyal companion was Valor, a golden retriever trained to help him manage the scars of war PTSD, anxiety, and the nightmares that still visited him each night. That morning, John finished his coffee and clipped Valor's leash. They stepped outside like they did every day, but the moment he opened the door, chaos unfolded. A dozen black-clad officers stormed his front yard. They pointed rifles. They screamed commands. "Search warrant! Hands where I can see them!" Confused and frightened, John raised his hands. Valor stood beside him, sensing something was terribly wrong. The dog let out a low growl, not of aggression, but of fear and protection. A voice screamed, "Taser! Taser! Taser!" John barely had time to blink. Electricity tore through his chest. He collapsed on the porch. The leash slipped from his fingers. Valor barked wildly, trying to reach his handler. They got the wrong house. Inside, John's furniture was torn apart, his home ransacked. He lay handcuffed in pain. Valor stood over him, trembling but protective, until a seasoned officer finally noticed the vest on the dog. Service animal. The team froze. One looked at the warrant. 121 Oak Street. Then he looked at the mailbox. John's house number, 123. They were supposed to raid the house next door. Panic set in among the officers. But before anyone could fix the mess, a new sound rumbled over the Hills military vehicles. The National Guard had arrived. General Samuel Armitage stepped out of the Humvee. He wasn't just any commander. He was John's former battalion leader from Iraq. The general stormed past the SWAT team, knelt by John, and said, "John, it's Sam. Are you okay, old friend?" John looked up, barely able to speak. "Rough morning. Mistaken identity," they said. The general stood and turned to the officers. His voice was ice. "You tased a decorated veteran on his own porch because you couldn't check a house number?" He ordered the SWAT team to stand down. His soldiers took over the scene. Valor was calmed and checked by a military vet. John was given immediate medical care. His house, his pride, and his honor restored. Later that day, it came to light how the National Guard had responded so fast. Just before he opened his door, John had sent a quick text to a veteran support group. The message got through. Within minutes, it reached the governor's office. One call from someone who still remembered what "no man left behind" truly means, and the National Guard was deployed. John didn't press charges. Instead, he asked that most of the settlement money go to veteran programs and service dog training. "I just want no one else to feel what I felt," he said. And Valor? He still sleeps by John's bed, guarding his best friend. Not from war, but from the scars it left behind.